I'm gonna say some crazy stuff here for the next 10 seconds because
Okay.
I was so not on the Bo Nix train when he was drafted. I'm like, yeah, his ceiling is average quarterback. I don't think he's gonna be that amazing. I think Bo Nix, the the way he's playing now, what I've seen from Bo Nix, I think Bo Nix is a superstar. He's going to be a superstar. Not that he's there yet, but I think Bo Nix is going to be a superstar quarterback. And I think Bo Nix is gonna be like everything that they prop up Trevor Lawrence to be. Like I think he will be a consistent top 10 quarterback and they will be a consistent playoff team.
Okay. Okay.
I'm putting it out there.
Uh,
I've seen enough. He's a guy. He's a franchise guy.
do you think you're getting too ahead of yourself here?
No, because I think he came out early and struggled. It was bad. He figured it out. I want to say like he's only thrown one interception in the past I don't know how many weeks, but he's throwing a lot more touchdowns. He's pushing the ball downfield. They are not a let's run the ball and just play defense and get out of here with a field goal type of team now. They are running a Sean Payton offense and putting up numbers, and I think he's just playing amazing. He's playing lights out.
Okay.
He's there. You cannot say throwing the ball 42 times is like Sean Payton trusts this guy. If Sean Payton is throwing the ball 42 times with you against a Raiders team, like he's trying to show off that Bo Nix is he can throw. He could spin it.
I get all that. I 100% like, hey, Bo Nix has played above my expectations, but at the same time, let's not act like he is so much like, oh, he's this world beater that everyone thinks like, okay, so the Raiders this week, right? That's who they beat. They beat the Falcons. Surprising. They put up a really good showing against the Chiefs.
They should
They
have won
got their
that game.
shit. They got their shit kicked in by the Ravens. They beat the Panthers. They beat the Saints. They lost to the Chargers. They beat the Raiders again. They beat the dog shit Jets. They beat the Buccaneers who were struggling. Like they didn't beat a whole. They didn't beat the gauntlet. You know
Well,
what I mean?
to be fair, the Panthers almost beat the Chiefs this week, and the Broncos also should have beat the Chiefs if it wasn't for that field goal. But so it sounded like they beat some good teams and lost to a pretty good team.
I'm just saying they haven't played the stiffest competition. They haven't played the best defenses in the league. Like, let's just go ahead and pump the brakes. Like, hey, I'm all for it. I think that Bo Nix is doing really well, but I think he's doing just above a notch, a couple notches above what people are expecting. He's an old quarterback, old college quarterback, had a lot of game to him, played a ton of football in college, made the transition to the NFL, has a really, really good head coach in Sean Payton. And right now, he's just playing mistake-free football. That's all you need from him. And he's looked good. He showed flashes, but I think let's go ahead and calm it down. I don't think that he's going to be.
Because
I don't
I'm
think
not
he's going to
coming.
be a
I'm not
superstar.
coming down because all right, let's do this really quick because I have another crazy thing I'm going to say. Quarterback redraft of these first round rookie quarterbacks right now. How would you draft them in order? So mine's gonna be wild. I'm gonna go Jaden Daniels number 1.
Okay.
I'm going Bo Nix number 2. I'm going Drake May number 3. Caleb Williams number 4. And that's where I'm kind of putting that right. And then what is it? Michael Penix. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's my redraft. If I'm redrafting quarterbacks from this past draft, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Drake May, and then Caleb Williams. Just from what I've seen on the field.
I'm okay with drafting Drake May above Caleb Williams, if I'm going to be completely honest. But I don't think both Drake May and Bo Nix go above Caleb Williams.
Why?
I think Drake May is better than Bo Nix. I think that Drake May ultimately has more tools than Bo Nix. I think that Caleb Williams has more tools than Bo Nix. I just don't. There's a ceiling to what Bo Nix can be, and I think that he's kind of in a really good spot because Sean Payton is a good offensive mind. I don't think that if you take Bo Nix and move him to other places in the league, that he sees this type of thriving. Like, I don't think that he has that type of play. I don't think it travels.
Bo Nix, you have a preconceived notion of Bo Nix ceiling because Bo Nix ceiling is blowing out the Falcons. Bo Nix ceiling is basically putting the team in position to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Bo Nix is his ceiling is throwing touchdowns and not throwing interceptions. I think Bo Nix has shown more on the field than Caleb Williams, and I would feel comfortable taking Bo Nix and Drake May and Jane Daniels over Caleb Williams right now.
I think what you have to also remember with the Caleb Williams factor is that he did have an incompetent offensive coordinator. Like, that has to be in effect at some point. Like, we have to, I know we're going to ding him for like, okay, what he's done, but ultimately he didn't play well because he didn't have good coaching around him. And I think that once they end up making the change at head coach and getting an offensive guy in there, I think we're going to see like what he's actually made of.
And how many people went to Caleb Williams' birthday party? That's going to be the deciding factor. Danny was
But
teammates.
also, you got to think like a lot of people didn't like Bo Nix.
Well, I mean, all those people graduated, and he got a fresh 4 years with some new people. So
Yeah, true.